older brother is 2 years older than me, so I was kind of small and short, and he was already very well developed and very hairy. I remember when he showed me his pubes, I like almost almost fainted. I was like, oh my God.
Hello and welcome to the Roast of Your Teenage Self podcast. I am your host, your roast coming queen, a girl who ate lunch in the theater's prop room and thought that made her better than other people, Alise Morales. And with us today, we have our very first duo guest episode. They are dudes. They are bros. They are activists and hosts of the Going Deep podcast right here on the All Things Comedy Network. You know them as Chad Goes Deep, but before all of that, they were graduates of the Hotchkiss School and J. Sarah High School. It's Chad Kroger and JT Parr.
Honored. Very honored.
I read that you two met in high school. Is that true?
Yeah, we met doing a beer bong actually. I remember at one point, one of our buddies said he was going to make a quesadilla, which, like, yeah, as he probably knows, was going to kill the party because he was just like, all right, he was like, I'm just going to go make food and crash. And we were like, and so in an effort to save the Rager, I went out and got my Mount Chugmore, which is a four hose beer bong.
Beautiful.
And I was going to chug with Kellen, Reese, and Landon. But I believe it was Reese couldn't. Was JT, was it Reese who couldn't?
No, I think it was Kellen was on antibiotics.
Yeah, Kellen was on antibiotics, so he had to sub out, and then JT subbed in, and that's when we first met, just chugging. And
Did like your
but,
eyes meet? Was it like
It was
like
the
did
hand
you
clap. It was the hand clap afterwards.
and did
Yeah.
you feel
yeah,
like, okay, this is gonna be my boy?
Yeah. It was like
yeah,
what's her name? Golding, the singer Golding, Ella Golding,
Ellie Goulding.
Yeah.
Ellie Golding.
Yes.
She has
Yeah,
that song with Major Lazer, "Powerful," and it says, "When you touch me, it's so powerful." And that song wasn't out yet, but when we hit hands, that's what played in my head.
The seeds were
yeah,
sown in the universe for that song to eventually exist at that
Yeah.
moment.
I think the inception was
yeah.
that hand slap. Yeah.
Got it. Were you like the cool New York version of yourself at school and like the like skater version of yourself at home?
Yeah, so I think when I first went to Hotchkiss, I was like obsessed with like East Coast culture, you know? I was like, oh, preppy. Like my brothers are in finance, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna start wearing Lacoste. You know, even though I just got like one Lacoste shirt, I'm gonna wear Lacoste. I'm gonna wear all pastel. I'm gonna wear boat shoes. I'm gonna be, I'm gonna work on Wall Street. And as soon as I got there, within like a month, I was first off, I didn't understand what a hedge fund was. And then
I
I
do
was
not
just type.
know that information now, so
Yeah, yeah. I would talk to kids and I'd be like, "What do you want to do when you grow up?" They're like, "Oh, I want to start a hedge fund," and and I was like, "They're like, what do you want to do?" I'm like, "Oh, I've always wanted to work at Billabong." So, uh, and then so I just got typecast as like the California guy at Hotchkiss, and so I sort of actually played that up a little bit. I was like, "This kind of like earns me some points."
how old were you at this party when you guys met?
17?
16.
Yeah, around
Yeah.
there.
17, around there. And
Yeah.
how long had you been partying at that point, and how did partying come into both of your lives?
I mean, I started actually like partying when I was like 16. I mean, I got drunk a couple times in junior high. Like my parents would leave and the liquor cabinet was open, and my friends and I would just take a bunch of shots. We actually thought like it was cool to mix alcohol, so we do tequila, Jack Daniels, and then like rum, and we just get so sick. And then I finally explained to my parents how I was drinking, and they're like, "You're insane." And
Not necessary at all.
but I think it's 16 is when I started partying. But my parents partied a lot, and so I think I always had like modeling of partying in front of me. Like my parents had a ton of parties, so it was very normal for me.
So how did you get into partying?
I Yeah, so when I went to boarding school, I was friends with like the Manhattan kids, and so they're like, "Oh, you guys smoke weed, you guys start partying." So, and I was like, "Yeah, yeah, this is awesome." So we went to we could go to New York on some weekends. So we went to New York for a weekend. I stayed at my buddy Ross's house, and I bought a tall bottle. I'm not sure how many ounces of Corona. And I was drinking it on like 82nd and 3rd, and wasn't really feeling anything. And then I started to lose balance a little bit, and I started laughing like uncontrollably. I'm like, oh, this is awesome. And I was like 15 at that time, and I really got into partying. I was like, this is like the cool, because I was pretty shy, so I was like it unlocked. I felt like it made me, you know, break out a little bit. And so I'd party in New York a lot, and then I'd go back to California and party a lot. So I was pretty heavy into it. Like junior year, I was raging pretty hard.
All right, so at this point, you guys meet in high school. Is it like, do you hit it off and start hanging around a lot immediately, or do you just start seeing each other around? Take me through the evolution of your friendship.
I think I just kept running into him at like cultural events. Like there'd be a fight at like the Cabo General Store, and we would both be there. Or, you know, there'd be a bonfire at San Onofre, we'd both be there. Or everyone ate at the same fast food place, Oso Jack. So you'd go there and there'd be about 40 cars, and his was always one of them. Yeah, and then I don't know, we were on the same wavelength.
Yeah. You see somebody enough times.
Yeah, you just keep running.
Yeah.
And we play volleyball down at Creek, and then yeah, then you just become really tight. Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of like this guy who I was like, every time I saw him, I knew it was just like automatic laughs. You know, when you meet those people where you just like can't stop laughing. That was sort of JT, and so we yeah, every time we saw each other, it was just like nonstop laughs. So that was, and we just continued on.
And that is maintained. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
You're still the one. You're still the one I run. Sorry.
Okay, I want to pull up a photo that you sent, JT, so we can talk about. I want to get more of a vibe of your extended crew. So we're looking at a photo of just a bunch of bros in wetsuits. Can you talk me through who these young men are, why you're together, why the wetsuits, everything?
Yeah, well, so first, that's my dad in the top left corner. He's upstairs right now. Call me Pete. Then you got Robert, Greg, my younger brother Chris, Robbie, Clinton, Andrew, A-Bomb, and then that's me all the way on the right, just with just so much face. I don't think most people have that much face.
So what are you guys doing here?
We're scuba diving in Stewart's Cove off Paradise Island. It was a very nice trip. Yeah.
And is this like, would this be a typical like crew for you? Like, is this who you were rolling with at this time? How did this like group come to be?
I mean, I rolled pretty deep. This was just the guys who were available for the trip because some guys had like football and whatnot. But I'm really close with all these guys. And actually, I'm still in group threads with all of them. So we're all still really tight.
Is it all the same group thread or different ones?
There's two different ones. Yeah.
Interesting.
But mostly overlap. There's just one guy who's not in one because he's not in our fantasy football league.
Perfect. Okay, let's roll through the next photo that we've got here. Okay, this is another one that you So let's walk us through who these dudes are, and also where are you? There's a pack of Marlboro Reds on the table, so don't think I don't see that.
This was one of the. Am I wearing? Oh, that's a wristband from the bar. This is one of the douchiest nights of my life. My friend Ross in the lower corner was back from the Naval Academy, and so we all went to the Standard Hotel in LA from Orange County, and this is us at the rooftop bar. And like, this is when Entourage was really big. So we're all like, all right, hey, I'm a screenwriter. And what do you do? And he's like, I'm a sports agent. And we're like, all right, yeah, like anybody would believe that looking at us. And, we all got fake IDs that day in Alvarado Park. And then we came straight to this bar. And then that was the best haircut I thought I ever got. I got it that day at the Standard. And
it looks nice.
Thank you.
There is an Entourage vibe to this whole photo. Like you can feel the influence.
Yeah, and then the guy all the way on the left, Derek, he tried to wear like a skateboarding outfit, and Ross yelled at him and said, you have to dress different. And I could see it really hurt Derek, but Ross was right.
So was this like a special evening out, or would you do stuff like go to the Standard Hotel often?
No, this was very special. This was like a once a year kind of thing where we were like, we're really doing it up and having fun. I remember everyone fell asleep. We all stayed in the same hotel room, and I stayed up reading everybody's. I didn't have a cell phone at the time, and I just read through everybody's text messages on their phones while they slept. It was so weird. I can't believe it. But
Okay, let's roll through to the next picture. Let's talk through this one. Who is this? What's going on here?
it's my very close friend, Trevor Moylan. He's a great guy. Just got married. Congratulations, Trevor. This is us doing a power hour when we were a little bit over high school. I was probably 19 here. And we're just having we're both really intense guys. We actually, now that he's married, we don't do it as much, but we used to simulate sex every time we were together. We'd hump each other. And we always thought we were really conducive that way, or compatible rather.
Honestly, a classic young male friendship.
Yeah,
So.
basically. Yeah. He's a good guy. This was a good power hour. Those are really tough.
Remind me the rules of a power hour.
You take a shot of beer every minute.
Okay, right. Do you remember, like, did you have a particular, and this question is for both of you, like, favorite party drinking game? Because when we were in high school, we always played Kings.
Very fun.
I guess beer pong. I got really into beer die in college. You know beer die?
Mm-mm.
So we have 4 cups on each corner of the table, and you toss a die, and it gets the other half and it bounces, and someone has to catch it.
I've literally never heard of this in my life, but that sounds very fun.
It's very fun, but I'm like notoriously bad at drinking games. But I loved it because I would just have to drink more. So people on my team would get mad. They'd be like, "Dude, like you got to be competitive. You got to try to win the game." I'm like, but we're drinking more. Like I don't see what the problem is.
See, I was so anxious in high school that like I would have performance anxiety with any of the like beer pong, flip cup related games, but Kings, you just pick a card and then you do what's on the card. Like no skill is required in that. We can be chatting. I would get to like I didn't play any sports or anything, so I couldn't handle the competitive nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were either of you in any extracurriculars or anything like that at your school?
I played water polo and I swam. I didn't really enjoy it. What else did I do? I tried to do acting, but I was like, I was too shy. I was too shy to stick with it. And so I always had this desire to do it, but then like I would get into an acting class, I'd be like, oh no, I can't do
Dude,
it.
totally. I was supposed to be Danny Zuko in Greece, and I went to the
Oh, were you?
And I went to the first dance rehearsal, and I was just too embarrassed. I was like, I can't. And I love to dance, but I just couldn't do it at the time.
Oh my God, that's so interesting to me. So wait, you auditioned for the part, you got all the way to getting it, and then you were like, I'm not gonna dance.
Yeah, it was kind of informal. They were just like, hey, if you want to like do this, like, because we had such a small school, they were like, if you want to do this, you can do this. And I was like, yeah, I'm down. And I was like reading the script. I was like, this is fun. But I was like also worried about like having to be romantic with someone on stage. That felt very vulnerable to me. So
that's a lot for your first time to have to do like Grease Lightning. It's a large role.
Yeah, I would have done a terrible job. The kid who played it instead was like really a talented theater man. So he did a good job.
What changed between you feeling so nervous to perform in any capacity then and the stuff you put out now? Is it just the difference of like being yourselves more?
I think for me, honestly, it was my dad's approval. He's like, you should go do that. And then I just sort of like was the shyness and like the walls I had to break through. I just like kept pounding at them, until I broke through and just worked at it.
Because I feel like to like do the stuff that you guys do and to make the videos you make, like I as someone who was intensely involved in theater, literally weeping daily over the theater program at my high school, like I would be so nervous to go give a speech at like a city council.
Maybe it's like the perceived danger factor. I don't know what it is. Like it's like kind of a thrill.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, and I can be, I'm dumb, so I'm allowed to be dumb at the city council, but I don't know if I couldn't play Danny Zuko dumb. Yeah.
Right.
Danny
Yeah.
Zuko is famously a very smart boy.
Yeah, he's a sharp guy.
Yeah.
I got to be
Yeah.
impressed by his intelligence. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, also, sorry, but it was for the council. It was weird. I was the first one. I was talking about Paul Walker, and so I think I was like, "Oh, I'm talking about my passion," you know.
yes.
And I was like, "Oh, that was fun," and so that sort of was like kept me going, you know. If I just talk about things I love.
Were you like, for both of you, did you get into like much trouble in high school? Were you like prank puller, class clowns types at all?
In the dorms I would prank people a lot. Like I would put like a vacuum in their room and turn it on while they're sleeping and all kinds like one time we made our buddy George chug 6 liters of soda and he threw up everywhere. But I was like partying so much and the school I went to is like a zero chance policy. So, you know, if you get caught with drugs or alcohol once and like we would like drink in the showers. It was really weird. Just so we wouldn't get caught, you know, we'd have like Fatorades and we'd just
Oh my,
showering like this
I
is
mean, that is genius. That's
yeah,
like kind of a
yeah,
genius plan.
yeah. We're like we're bathing. I don't know what you're talking about.
What
So
prompted you to go to a boarding school? Like, was that your parents' decision, or were you like, I want to do this?
it was my family, like all my siblings. I'm the youngest of five, and then I have two younger half sisters. And my all my siblings went before me, so I always kind of grew up knowing I would go. Um, but yeah, I almost got kicked out my junior year because like my like mentor teacher, whatever, was like, you know, there's rumors going around of you like being hammered, moonwalking through the main building. Like you gotta shut it down. I was like, all right, for sure.
Cool, cool.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So at the school, since you had like five brothers and sisters come before you, were you always dealing with like their reputations too?
So an older brother is 2 years older than me, so yeah, and he's a beast. You know, he like I was kind of small and short, and he was already very well developed and very hairy. I remember when he showed me his pubes, I like almost fainted. I was like, oh my God. Like I was like, what the fuck is that? And he's like, it's normal. I was like, all right, and I just like
No, you're
ran
like,
away
yeah,
from
no, definitely, it's normal, 100%. That's what I have
him.
as well.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Today's episode of the Roast of Your Teenage Self podcast is brought to you by Trivia Star. If I were to ask you to name a member of the Spice Girls or New Kids on the Block, could you answer in under 15 seconds? If the answer is yes, then you need to play Trivia Star. Trivia Star is a free mobile quiz game that's entertaining and challenging. You can choose categories like music, sports, movies, TV, animals, celebrities, and over 60 others to choose from, so there's always more trivia to explore. If you choose the correct answer for multiple choices and beat the clock, you move on to the next level. But the questions get harder over time. So if you get stuck, don't worry, because you can use coins and gems to get a hint and move on to the next level. It's like, you know, when you would have a teacher who would allow you to like get some hints to answers on quizzes or whatever. That was always a cool teacher. Trivia Star is basically your cool teacher. And Trivia Star has over 2,000 five-star reviews in the Apple Store. So join them today and see if you are smart enough to win. Right now, Trivia Star is offering you 2,500 coins and 500 gems when you download and play. Just go to the Apple or Google Store and search Trivia Star. Again, search Trivia Star and enjoy 2,500 coins and 500 gems. Download Trivia Star for free today. Breaking up with your old wireless provider just got a whole lot easier thanks to Mint Mobile. They were the first company to sell premium wireless services online only. And now Mint Mobile is introducing their unlimited data plan for just $30. Let that sink in. An unlimited plan for $30. How much is your soon to be ex wireless provider charging you? Okay, probably A lot more than that. So for people who hate their phone bill and are ready to cut ties with Big Wireless, Mint Mobile is offering their premium unlimited plan for, you guessed it, just $30 a month. By going online only and eliminating the traditional cost of retail, Mint Mobile passes significant savings on to you. So for those of you who are like $30, that doesn't make sense to me. How does that happen? This is how it happens. And all plans come with unlimited talks and text, plus high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. We love that 5G here. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and keep your same phone number along with all your existing contacts, so you don't have to do that awkward thing where someone texts you something nice because they saw that like you were looking hot on Instagram and then you don't actually know their phone number and it becomes awkward. Spare yourself that. And if you're not 100% satisfied, Mint Mobile has you covered with their 7-day money-back guarantee. So break up with Big Wireless and switch to Mint Mobile's premium unlimited data plan for $30 a month. To get your new wireless plan for just $30 a month and get the plan shipped to your door free, go to mintmobile.com/teenself. That's mintmobile.com/teenself. Cut your unlimited wireless bill to $30 a month at mintmobile.com/teenself. Throw some bedding on a bunch of different mattresses and sure, they all look alike. The same goes for pillows, but peel away the layers and look at what's inside and you'll see that they all aren't created equal. Oh no. That's what makes every Purple pillow and mattress unlike anything you've ever slept on. The Purple Grid sets the Purple mattress apart from every other mattress, and its patented comfort technology instantly adapts to your body's natural shape and sleep style. With over 1,800 open air channels designed to neutralize body heat, Purple provides a cooling effect other mattresses can't replicate. And this cutting edge technology doesn't stop with the mattresses. Every Purple pillow is engineered with the Grid for total head and neck support and absolute airflow, so you're always on the cool side of the pillow. Purple's proprietary technology has been innovating comfort for over 15 years, and now here we have come again to the part of the ad where I talk about how I sweat in my sleep, and the Purple pillow helped me to not wake up in a pool of nasty wetness every day. It's everyone's favorite part of the podcast when they imagine me and my fiance in our sweaty, nasty bed. But not anymore. Thanks to Purple. Experience the Purple Grid and you'll sleep like never before. Go to purple.com/teenself10 and use the promo code teenself10. That's teenself and then the number 10 for a limited time offer, and you'll get 10% off orders of $200 or more. That's purple.com/teenself10, promo code teenself10 for 10% off any order of $200 or more. Terms apply.
And so, like, when I went to high school, like, everyone's like, "Oh, your brother Mark, he's such a beast. Like, he lifts so many weights." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, for sure." So I guess it's kind of living up to that was like something I dealt with to an extent, but I tried to differentiate myself a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Now, JT,
Yeah.
you went to 2 different schools,
Yeah,
correct?
I went to Santa Margarita Catholic High School and then J. Sarah Catholic High School.
And okay, so you already told me before we started recording, but tell us about the why you had to move from one high school to the other.
Yeah, well, I got kicked out of Santa Margarita after my sophomore year because I just had I would get so many detentions, and then I wouldn't go to my detentions, and so they would compile, and I missed 37 detentions my sophomore year or something. I mean, I just could not do anything that I was supposed to, and I was really loud in class, and I had like a 1.0 GPA, and I did no extracurriculars, so I kind of I wasn't giving them a lot of reason to keep me, but I had a really good time. It was fun. But
I mean, honestly, it sounds like you brought a lot to the school culture.
I tried.
And to the environment. So I guess that goes back to my other question. Like, do you feel like you had like a class clown reputation there? Were you like a lovable rascal who ultimately did have to be expelled, or like a villain?
I think I was a little bit of both, if I'm being honest. I think I was mostly lovable. I never did anything like criminal, but I could be like so intense that I could be like kind of like too intense, like bullying, or I'd get into like fights and stuff like that. It was just, I mean, the truth is I was probably just bipolar. And, and like, and they were like, do you have ADD? And I was like, I don't think so. And then, but I just had so much energy, and I was just like, I don't know, I was just running around out of control. Like I had to do like a crazy thing every week, right? I felt not like myself. Yeah.
Do you remember some of the things that earned you, I guess, I mean, obviously you were getting a lot of it detentions, but do you have any highlights of the things that earned you detentions?
Yeah, I like streaked for like a week straight after school, but like on the public streets. So I thought I wouldn't be able to get in trouble at school, but it's a private school. They have like jurisdiction.
You absolutely can get in trouble
Yeah.
at school.
Yeah. And then I was like, you can't suspend me. I was streaking on Antonio. And they're like, you go to this school, like, we can suspend you. And it was in your carpool. And I was like, all right, whatever, fine. And then that was a good one. And then what was some other good ones I got? I mean, I threw like a huge house party that got a lot of like notoriety. Like teachers were coming up to me like the day before and they're like, you have to shut this down. And I was like, the wheels are already in motion. Too many people are coming. There's nothing I can do to stop it. I just have to like.
Yeah, it's not shut down a bull.
This
is bigger than all of us, Teach.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And then I ended up getting a Saturday of school for that. But that was like, I don't know. Yeah, those were like the highlight ones.
The big
Most
highlights.
of them were like I'd check out a book from the library and never return it. And then at some point they just end up suspending you if you keep it long enough.
Chad, let's go through some
Yes.
of your photos that you sent
Okay, cool.
so that we can round out the pictures. So let's talk about who is this? It's you and a young woman. You appear to be at like a picnic outdoors. What's going on here?
You're vibing.
Yeah,
You guys are
that-
vibing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually my friend Stephanie, and we were at the Oddball Comedy Festival. And
Wow.
I'm pretty sure I was blacked out at this point because I missed the train home. So I like came to, I was like I was like in the middle of Irvine. I was like, where do I go? And so I like took this this super long Uber back.
You have a good like
Yes.
spiky tousled hair going.
I know. I think I was really trying to like. I was going for like the short hair look, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna give this a shot and style it up, but I'm not a big fan right now.
But it was the look at the time. It was a look at the time. So is
Yeah,
this,
and the shades too.
and this is a friend, not a girlfriend.
Yeah, it's a friend.
Are you
yeah.
dating much at this time? Like, did you start dating in high school?
Kind of. I was kind of a late bloomer. I had a girlfriend for like a month. I was kind of like in this. Yeah, I had a girlfriend for like a month, and but not much. I think it's the shyness. I was just kind of like, I was just cruising.
Were you a big unrequited crush person?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah. I'll keep to myself. And in my mind, I'm like, well, if I just like stand in there, within 5 feet of them, they'll know that I want to date them,
Surely she'll look over here eventually.
Yeah, if I just stand there, look over, I'm just like flexing or something. I'll let them know, like, oh, this guy wants a relationship. He's so charming.
JT, what about you? Were you dating in high school? Were you unrequited crushing?
I was like, I couldn't handle being intimate with another person. So I was a virgin until I was 24. So it took me a while to get over it, but or to feel comfortable enough with myself to do that with somebody. But on trips, like I'd always do better on like vacations, like because I felt like I had too big of like a can around my tail at home, and I was like, if I hook up with someone and I'm bad at it, everyone's gonna find out, and then they're gonna be like, oh, that guy who dances on tables and acts all badass, he's actually just doing that because he like sucks at hooking up. So I was very like protective over that part of myself, and I just looked horrendous. But
No, that getting a vacation, like a vacation paramour, is such a huge thing. And it's so funny. I was just down at the beach and my friends and I were talking about this because I my family, we would go to Wildwood, New Jersey over the summer, and my friend Megan would come with me, and we had a move to get our to attract boys on the boardwalk. We would keep an eye out for two like hot topic-y looking guys around our age. You know, they've got like the pants that have the chain, like we knew who our target demo was. And then we would go over by them on the boardwalk and we would ask them if they wanted to ride the tilt-a-whirl with us, because we were like, it's more fun with more people.
Oh, smart. Yeah.
And we did this a lot.
Yeah, you guys had a good routine going. Nice.
Genuinely predatory behavior.
It was funny too. Sometimes you go on a vacation, you'd run into someone from home at the vacation, and then you would hook up, but then you'd come back to the real world and you're like, I don't know what we are at this point now.
Yes. Yeah. I don't know if you guys ever had the experience of having a person that you talked to only online, and in school you did not.
Oh, right. Oh,
yeah. Oh, I never had that. That's interesting.
Yeah. I had many, like we would get each other's screen names and truly chat for hours online, and then at school you say nothing to each other.
Whoa.
Yeah, I had that for sure. I remember there's one girl in like middle school where I on Instant Messenger, I had like a huge crush on her. I would like message her. I'd be like, hey, what's up? And then like I'd see her at school and she'd like come near me and just like, I was sort of like Fogel and Superbad, you know, when he turns right around. I would do that basically. I just like, I just run away. And then my brother dated her.
Oh my god! The big brother with the pubes.
The pube man.
Pube brother dated her.
I was like, you're dating those pubes? No.
Oh no, that's so sad.
Yeah,
okay.
I was over. I did some swimming laps and I was over it.
Okay, let's run through the last of your photos and then we'll wrap it up here. I think you had. Okay, who's here? Where are we? You guys look like you're in a bar.
Yeah, that's my buddy Nick, aka Assman. That's because we're Seinfeld fans. Yeah, that's just outside a bar. Yeah, we got into a bar. I was rocking a flannel, short hair again. I was trying to go with some facial hair there, and we were just bonding hard. He's good. He's a great guy. There's not a lot of context behind it.
So were you able to get into bars like starting pretty early?
Yeah, in New York we were. We were just like, we would go like, you know, do like sake bombs and stuff.
That's so
and
funny.
I can't remember which bar this was, but I had my brother's or I got a fake ID and it kind of worked. You know, I would kind of just like slip in. I look so young though, you know, I look like I'm like 14 there.
Yeah, you do look like a baby.
Yeah, so, you know, bouncers would just look at me and be like, are you fucking serious? Like, dude, I just want to rage. Like, I don't know.
Please let me in. And sometimes they're like, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I think you have one more photo. Let's see. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
This one, you definitely appear to be raging.
Yeah.
Are you the DJ?
That's me, a graduation night. There was another DJ, actually, DJ Aesthetic. And he was crushing the tables, but, you know, I was just I tried DJing for like a song. I was more kind of making fun of him, actually, I think.
I'm sure he loved that.
That's where the face comes in, yeah. He's my buddy though, so I was just like, you know, I was just turning the tables, but I did.
Literally.
I mean, I don't want to be braggy here, but I'm pretty sure I did start the party. So, yeah.
And this was so was this like the big graduation party?
Yeah, this big graduation party. It was. We had a kind of a cool graduation thing where we partied for like a weekend and we would go to different people's houses and like camp out.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Did
yeah. DJ Aesthetic was just crushing it.
Did either of you guys have beach week? Because my school, a lot of people did beach week where everyone would go to the beach for a week, but my crew, like, we ultimately couldn't get it together to go.
I don't think I ever did beach week.
We'd go to Cabo sometimes.
In high school?
Yeah.
What
Like
do
with
you
a
do in
like
Cabo in high? Well, I guess you can do whatever you want in Cabo in high school.
you have to have a fake ID, but you'd like go down there with a couple friends and just try to like get drunk at the beach, and then meet girls at night at a club or something like that. Yeah.
Vacation girlfriends.
I'd like El Squid Rope. Yeah.
All right. Okay. I think that this brings us to the end. So I always end with one final question. You guys can take turns answering it. If you could talk to your high school self today, what would you tell them?
I do this in therapy all the time. This is like a exercise we do. I'd say relax. It's all good.
Yeah.
And cut your hair.
I would say be yourself.
Nice.
Yeah. Just be yourself.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
What else would I tell him? I'd say stop trying to cover your acne. It's making the acne worse.
That's actually huge. Yes.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I was putting makeup on every day, and then you get caught by people wearing makeup, and then it's just easier just to let it be there.
Yeah.
And that's real confidence. If you can own your acne, that's like real confidence.
Yes. Yeah, I would tell my teenage self to stop using Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse foundation because it's not good for your skin.
Yeah, I was just the same thing.
It's
Yeah.
actually mud that you're putting on your face. All right, guys. Well, it was so awesome to have you on the pod. You were so funny. And for everyone listening at home, this has been the Roast of Your Teenage Self podcast.